Hello there fellow gaming fans, I am Jason Face and this is a first impressions video of Nether, and thank you very much to Marquee Dragon and Freedom for giving me the chance to play this game and have a look at it and bring this video to you guys. They've also given me some keys to give away to you guys as well, and that video will be coming up very soon. Hopefully I will have that out on Sunday, so if you want a chance to get hold of some free keys for this game, make sure you stay tuned to a future video coming very soon. I'll leave a link to Marquee Dragon's YouTube channel in the description down below, and a link to Freedom if you maybe are a YouTuber and want to get partnered, to them down below as well. Now, first of all, I'd like to say I'm very sorry if I compare this too much to DayZ. I will try my best not to, but DayZ is a game I play a lot and I am absolutely in love with and upload quite often. And it's the nearest thing that I come to this type of game. So apologies if I make too many references to DayZ, and I'm going to start with making one almost straight away. Now, this game, it looks very pretty. The setting and everything, it really makes you feel like you are in an apocalypse. Everything is run down and ruined, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Very much in the same way DayZ looks absolutely beautiful, but DayZ in a very different way. In DayZ, it's all about the beautiful scenery and everything else, and in this, you really do feel like you're in an apocalypse and everything and the whole world has gone to shit. So the field of view thing is for me a little bit too small. I don't know. I couldn't find a way to increase it, and I found that if you were playing with other players, I did play with Jamie and Jordan on this a couple of times, and I found if you were playing with other players to keep track of them where they were, it was very hard. So maybe an increase on the field of view would be nice, or even the option to increase or decrease it. Now, FPS in this game, I am running this on an i7 quad core running at 3.8 gigahertz with 24 gig of ballistic sports RAM and a GTX 680 NVIDIA graphics card, which is slightly overclocked as well. And I found the FPS is pretty good. It could be better. However, you do have to disable shadows. If you do not disable shadows, you will get massive frame drops, and you still get pretty big frame drops with shadows off as well, unfortunately. But yeah, overall it is not too bad. I was generally getting 50-60 frames while recording, so it wasn't too bad. Another thing, water. Be very afraid of water. I just walked into some water and died instantly. Didn't know that was going to happen, so be afraid of water. And as far as spawning in goes, you can either spawn in the safe zone or you can spawn in the open world. Now, they do say that if you spawn in the open world that you will not be spawned next to demons or other players. However, I've spawned in the open world a couple of times, and one time when I spawned in the open world, I spawned and I was literally just having a little look around for about 10 seconds to see where I was on the map and got shot instantly. So yeah, there you go. So that mechanic doesn't really work too well. Friendlies. So there are friendlies in the game. I have yet to meet one. I have yet to meet a friendly player. Everyone who I've met, who I've not actually been physically playing with myself, has tried to kill me or killed me. So yeah, I think even if you join the tribe, I mean, I've been killed by people on my own tribe. So there needs to be something done, something to sort of make players want to work together. Now, the safe zone can become under attack, and when the safe zone is under attack, you kind of have to work together to get these 6 devices, these anti-Nether devices, back up and running. Now, that should, in theory, encourage players to work together inside the safe zone to get those Nether devices up and running and get the Nether out. However, I even found that didn't work. Even when I was in the safe zone, people were stabbing me or shooting me to death when I was trying to activate the Nether devices. So at the moment, yeah, I don't think there's enough encouragement to be friendly. Obviously, there is going to be bandits, and there's got to be bandits, and there's got to be people that would kill you on sight. Otherwise, the game would be boring if they didn't. The demons, on the other hand, they are something to be afraid of. Obviously, I play a lot of DayZ, and I am not scared of the zombies in DayZ. I may occasionally shit myself when I walk into a building or something, and one of them is all of a sudden in front of me. I may occasionally shit myself, but I am not afraid of zombies in DayZ. I know they are easy to take down. I know they are not a big threat as of yet. But the demons in this are definitely a big threat. The Nether are demonic demons. They basically infested the Earth after a solar flare, is from what I can gather from the trailer for the actual game. Now, the different demons you have is, and I don't think there's any real names for these demons yet, so I'm going to call them what I feel they should be called. So first of all, you have what I would call the crawlers, and the crawlers are the common demons. They're pretty simple to kill, but they also deal quite a lot of damage. And then you have what could either be described as screamers or spitters, and these guys, they make quite a lot of noise when they find you, and they also try to spit a sort of acid thing that blinds you. The other guys you can see right now, I don't really have a name for them yet. I haven't really worked out what they do, what makes them different. I think they're a little bit harder to kill. You seem to have some kind of weird ribcage thing on display, but other than that, I don't really know how to define those ones. Then you have the tanks. Now, I call them tanks because they look just like the tanks out of Left 4 Dead. They're pretty hard to take down. If you've got a melee weapon, you are not going to want to take them on. And other than that, we have the dragons. Now, I've not come into combat with one of these. Once I've seen one of these guys, they seem pretty big, they seem pretty hardcore. I've just stayed the fuck out of their way and not gave them a reason to attack me. And being stealthy and crawling and stuff like that is a really good way of avoiding the Nether themselves. Then you have what I like to call scrotum heads. Yeah, so they look like they got a massive ballsack on their heads. Pretty easy to kill, but once you've hit them, make sure you run the fuck away because they explode some form of acid all over you if you're too close. And then on top of that, you have the Reaper himself. And the Reaper I have not seen yet. It will be displayed on your screen at some time when the Reaper is running an attack. And that is meant to bring players together to help bring down the Reaper. I have seen a video with the Reaper in, and he's pretty darn big and pretty darn fucking scary. So, the objective in this game, you've got these parcels and packages you're meant to deliver around the globe, and it's a pretty darn big map, and you can go into your map by pressing M to bring up the map, and finding out where you need to deliver the package, and then if you right click on the destination, it will give you a destination marker, and it will also come up in your little compass in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. Now, the issue I have with this is it gives you a little white line on your compass. However, there is always a point on your compass for the safe zone. And they both look exactly the same. They are both just little white lines. So you never really know which one's which. So if you get into an attack on a couple of Nether and you're running around like a lunatic taking them down and you get a little bit disorientated, you're not going to know which one's which. So you're going to have to switch to your map just to double check you're facing the right way for the right one. So that was a little bit annoying. Maybe they should change the safe zone one to a circle or something so you know it's the safe zone. What else have we got? We've got the global infantry and shop system. So in the safe zone there are shops, places where you can trade items and stuff like that. Now, you can also use the global inventory system. So if you go out looting, you find a load of weapons, and you fear that you're going to die, you can store these weapons in the global inventory system. So you can take them out of your inventory, place them in global, and then you can spawn back in with just your epoxy butter knife and get to any of the safe zones and re-employ all your items that you had before. So if you find a load of guns out on the road, you can come back and put them all in there, and then go back out hunting for more stuff. So you can like build up and build up and build up, which is really, really handy. But once you do die, you will lose your player levels, which is unfortunate. So yeah, so character leveling system. So basically, go into the character leveling system on the inventory button. So press I to bring it up, and then you will have your character inventory on the top left if you click character. And there are loads and loads of little points you can add when you've got certain levels, like you gain levels by killing Nether and killing people, delivering packages and getting loot, and etc. etc. And my first tip is to definitely put one on melee straight away, because that gives you the option to right click and shield yourself with the melee item. And then the next tip would be to go for the armor plating on your strength, because that will give you an extra, what is it, 255 health or something like that. Takes you up to about 1,275 health, I think. So that would be my first instinct to go for those. And yeah, so I am pretty high leveled at the moment, so I do actually have quite a lot of them up there, but how much longer I will last, I do not know. Right, the other big issue I had with this game, unlootable items. So I was out in the middle of nowhere, I was dying because my food system and food and water, I was out completely. And when you're out completely, your health starts going down. It starts counting down one by one, all the way down until you die. And I could not loot anything. I was holding down E, and it would just do its time and then time out, and nothing happened. So there is meant to be a patch out now that's fixed this. I have not played since, but hopefully it is fixed, because that is extremely broken if you cannot loot. I almost died. Luckily I managed to get back to the safe zone just in time. I think I was on about 50-60 health by the time I got back, and I cured myself and I was all good. But yeah, I come very, very close to death, and hopefully that is now fixed. So bringing me on to my final conclusion of the game in the UK is only about £10.99 and about $15 in the US. It's rather cheap compared to most, full games. But remember, this is only a beta after all, and who knows where this game is going to go. Would I buy it? Well, kind of. If there are a few tweaks made, yes, I would definitely buy it for $10.99. But at the moment, the FPS drops have got to be sorted out. The field of view option needs to be in there, and there needs to be some more encouragement to be friendly. And after that, if all that comes together, then yes, definitely I would spend money on this game. But yeah, I would definitely, be very dubious about buying this game right now in its current state. All right, thank you very much for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe if you want to have a chance to win one of these keys. And yeah, thank you very much. Like, comment, and subscribe.